Hello everyone and welcome to the Math Bender. I'm Adnan Zaidi. In this section we'll talk about simple interest. So interest is the additional amount anyone who loans you the money charge on it. So the catch for them is that the additional amount that they get in return is that's why they're giving you the loan. So interest are two types, simple and compound. I'll be discussing compound interest in my next session though, but in the simple interest, the only difference mainly is that simple interest is yearly based. So let's look at some of the questions and we'll see what we're talking about. So interest is I is equals to P or T over 100, where P represents the principal amount. Principal amount is the amount that you take loan of or you are about to give loan to someone. That is the amount. R is the rate, that is in percentages. T is in time, in years. So in order to find the interest, the amount of interest charged in certain over a period of time is PRT over 100. Let's look at some questions to get a clear idea what that is. So if I took the first one, so let's say if here the first one, the principal amount here is 500 US dollars, rate is 4.5%, time is going to be 2 years. So interest is going to be PRT over 100, which is going to be 500 times 4.5 times 2 over 100. So which is going to be 500 times 2 times 4.5 divided by 100, so which is equals to $45. Now $45 is the additional amount. So when you're going to be returning the total amount back, you're not going to only return for 500. This is the additional price that you'll be returning back as well. So total amount is going to be 545, but the interest, the extra amount that is charged is 45 US dollars. Let's look at this question here. So principal here is 1200. So I'm talking about this one, this question here. The rate applied is 12%. Time is 18 months. Now 18 months means 12 months is 1 year and 6 more months, which means 1.5 year. Remember to always write them down in years. So interest is going to be PRT over 100, and in this case interest is going to be 1200 times rate, which is 12, times time, which is 1.5 over 100. I can cancel these two zeros, and now 12 times 12 times 1.5, which gives you 216. So that's the additional amount that you're going to pay once after returning the money. Let's look at some other questions. So 1400 is invested in at 4% per annum. Now this question, it refers to when you put some money in savings account. So what is the catch for you? Because you're just putting some money, and after some time, if it remains the same amount, then the currency, if it is depleting, if it is it's in a recession mode, you are 1400 won't be as same of a value as it is today. So what people do is they invest amount in the bank gives them a cash that after certain period of time you will this amount will increase and be at a certain point. So in this case the principal amount that you're investing is 1400 US dollars. The rate at which bank is paying you, now bank is paying you interest, is 4%. How long will it to take reach 1624. So the amount that is reaching at 1624, $1624. That's not the interest, by the way. This is the amount that after interest is being added to it. So to find interest here is going to be 1624, out of which 1400 you already had invested. So if you subtract them, this will be 224 US dollars. So interest is 224. The time it has taken is what you're to find. So you know that I is equals to P RT over 100. Interest here is 224 equals to P, principal amount is 1400, times rate is 4% times T, which we need to find out, over 100. So 224, if I cancel these two zeros, so this is going to be 14 times 4, which is 56 times T, and 224 over 56 is going to be the time period. So finding that out, 224 over 56 is going to be 4. So time is going to be 4 years until the amount that you've deposited in the bank reaches 1624. So let's look at another question here. So Miguel invests X dollars in an account. So the principal amount that he had invested is X. We don't know that. And the rate at which it is applied is 1.2 per year percent. At the end of 3 years, so time is also given, which is equals to 3 years. He has 890.96 in the amount. So the amount that he's has now is going to be 890.96, but that's not the interest. That's the total amount accumulated after adding the interest. So if we already know that interest is going to be 890.96, the accumulated amount, minus the principal amount that was already in the account. So I'll write that down as I interest is equals to P R T over 100, and this is going to be, since interest is 890.96 minus X is equals to principal amount is X times rate is 1.2 times 3 over 100. Now if I multiply this over there, it's going to be 100 times 890.96 minus X, and 3 is going to be, if I multiply both of them, so it's going to be 3.6x. Now multiplying them with 100 and opening the bracket will give you 89096 minus 100. X is going to be 3.6x. 89096 is equals to, after adding, makes it 103.6x, and now dividing that will give you 89096 divided by 103.6. So X is going to be $860. This was the initial amount that you had invested, and after a year of 3 years, which had reached to this point after adding the interest. So let's look at the last question of the day. So Jessica spends 1 over 4 of her income from odd jobs on books, 1 upon 3 on transport, and 1 upon 6 on clothing. The rest she saves. So first step is that let's take out how much is the amount that she saves in terms of fraction. And when we talk about fractions, we need to look at them with the same denominator. That's how you can easily compare them. So 1 over 4 of her income is on books. 1 over 3 of her income is on transport. And 1 over 6 is on clothing. Now, in order to check the total spending, I can say that 1 over 4 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 6. If I add all of these up, taking the LCM, so I can time this with 3, this with 4, and this with 2. It gives you 9 over 12 total. Now, this means that if I divide her monthly income into 12 halves, equal halves, then 9 of them has been spent. So 3 of them is going to be her saving. So keeping that, it says that if she saves $8 per month, how much is her income each month? So can I say that $8 in dollars represent 3, which is her saving. In fraction, and total is 12, so which is x. Now crossing them gives you 3x is equals to 12 times 8, which is 96, and x is equals to 96 over 3, which is going to be $32. This is the amount she earns every month. Now, part B. How much does she save in a year at a rate of $8 per month? So if she's saving at $8 per month, then her savings will be 8 times 12, which is going to be 96 per year. Now, she deposits 1 year saving into an account that pays 8.5 interest for 5 years. How much interest would she earn? So let's find out the interest. In order to find out the interest, the first step is take out the data. The principal that she has invested in is 96, 1 year saving in her account. The rate at which bank is giving her the profit or the interest is 8.5. The time till which she has to keep that money in bank is 5 years. And you have to find out the interest. So I is equals to P or T over 100, and interest is going to be P, which is 96, times rate, which is 8.5, times time, which is 5 over 100. And 96 times 8.5 times 5, which is divided by 100, is going to be 40.8. The amount after 5 years, the interest is going to be 40.8. How much would she have altogether in the end? So after 5 years, total amount that she has is going to be 96, which she invested, that's saved up, right? Plus 40.8, which was added to it in the form of interest. So adding both of them will give you $136.8. This is the total amount she has after the end of 5 years. These are all the questions related to simple interest. In my next session, I'll talk about compound interest and its questions. Until then, take care. Bye bye.